Hello and welcome to another Sprues and Brews unboxing. Today we're continuing our look at the Adepta Sororitas kits with the Exorcist, the awesome tank for the Sisters of Battle. Now, if you've not seen one of these before, it's essentially a tank with a pipe organ full of missiles on the back, accompanied by some cherubs. Because what's more grim-dark than that? Yeah, this is a really cool kit. And I have been looking forward to putting this together. I've not actually even had a look at these sprues yet in the flesh, so I'm going to be as excited as you guys are to see what's in it. Originally when we saw this kit, we thought it might be a dual build with the Immolator. But interestingly, it is its own unique kit, and the Immolator will be a separate box entirely. Unfortunately that set isn't out yet, so if you want to make some transports you're a little bit out of luck at the minute, but you do get this absolutely gorgeous tank artillery piece with a pipe organ included, which is yeah, pretty cool. So let's have it open and have a look at the sprues inside. So we get some pretty chunky pieces looking at this. So how many frames have we got? It looks like we've got 2 frames. So one with the vehicle itself. Now again, we don't know at the minute if maybe the Immolator shares some of these parts. It's feasible because it's going to be the same kind of body and front to it. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if there are any shared parts here. Also interestingly, all the kind of like Sisters of Battle specific stuff is sculpted on the tank. At one point I thought we might be getting a Mark 1 Rhino frame with then sister specific parts that go on top of it, but no, this is a unique kit just for use with the Adepta Sororitas, which is really cool. And yeah, there's some really gorgeous detail on like the door plates, and the tracks all moulded into the bottom there. Yeah, this is probably the nicest kind of Rhino chassis that Games Workshop have done. I really do hope we see a Mark 1 Rhino come out for the Space Marines. I suppose with the Primaris Marines, we're probably less likely to see that, but you never know, we could get something for the Horus Heresy, which would be really nice. So then the other frame that we get has all the Exorcist parts on it. So yeah, this massive piece over here is kind of like the pipe organ part, and it's a big, huge pre-moulded part, which is good to see. And then yeah, loads of little details and gubbins and stuff on here. So yeah, really impressive tank. I can't wait to get this thing built. Yeah, I had to have one in the army regardless because it looks cool, and for me it's all about rule of cool rather than things that are effective. Luckily the Exorcist is also really good in game as well with some awesome rockets. So let's have a quick look at the instruction manuals before we go and see how we put this thing together. So I imagine it's going to be quite straightforward to build. It goes together pretty much like any Rhino for the base bits. We've got a heavy bolter that can pivot around, which is nice. We then put on the top of it, which you might be able to leave separately for sub-assemblies, but to be fair, looking at it, I think it'd be pretty easy to paint in one piece anyway. I think the only real optional parts are the different choices for your rockets. So potentially you could magnetise them, so you could switch it out if you weren't sure what loadout to give it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it'd be too difficult to make those modular, which is cool. And then yeah, lots and lots of details. For the cherubs and stuff, I'd probably leave them separate. Did the same for the Triumph of St. Catherine, and it made it so much easier to paint without those flapping around it. But yeah, up to you guys and how you put together these kits. And then finally, we'll have a quick look at the rules for this beast. So yeah, those Exorcist missile launcher rockets look really nice. Heavy 3d3, strength 8, AP -3 and d6 damage. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I mean, that thing could tear through a squad of Marines, even if you're not shooting at a vehicle. Really nice. Hitting on a 3+ as well, so not too shabby. Yeah, I really like this tank, and it's definitely going to find a place in pretty much every Sisters army that I built. But yeah, that was a quick look at the Exorcist. We are looking forward to the Immolator coming out, but until then, this is all the tank love we get at the minute for the Sisters of Battle. So until next time, we will see you later.